things in life are really free.
I tore my ACL apart 3 months ago in the States and wanted to wait with the surgery after X Fighters. I'm coming back, for sure. Count on it.
But the best things in life are really free.
I'm sure they are one of best rider in the world freestyle motocross. I'm happy I can ride with them, and I'm not against compete against them. I just ride. I just trying my best and see what's happening. It's kind of crazy because this event is so big for me, but I'm having fun with this, so yeah, I'm happy.
Winning in Mexico kind of changed my attitude probably more than anything. It definitely kept all my sponsors happy that year because they saw how much exposure it got me. like you're a bird flying through the air. You're, sailing away with, nothing attached to you. It's a cool feeling. You don't get it for very long. You know that you got to get back on there and have some suspension when you land. The body don't make for good suspension. Yeah, that's probably as close as I ever feel to Ozzy Osbourne, is being on top of that hill after a pretty good run and getting those people to go nuts.
Really nerve-wracking sitting in the tunnel knowing you're about to come out to so many flashing cameras and chainsaws and people screaming, but once you get to the tunnel, there's no backing out, Everything's calculated, and you work to get to this level and to this progression. You work there through trial and error. It's all about controlling those emotions to get on top. You have to put that aside, and that's who the best guy is. And I guess the more frequently you do these kind of events, the more relaxed you become. So definitely, I do get nervous, and it's only because I love it and I want it. I want it to do good.
live in Switzerland now, but the last winter I go to California for a ride. You know, in Switzerland the problem in the winter it's too cold and you have the rain or snow and you cannot ride. And I go, okay, I take my baggage and I go ride in California for the nice experience or for learn a little bit English. Madrid, the last year is my first participation for the Red Bull X Fighters, and I did the third place. It's pretty cool. And now it's the first time for me in Mexico, and I hope so I have a good result. But you know, I don't care. I will just ride, just have fun with my bike. All the time before I ride, I say, okay, I ride safe and I don't take too much risk. But after, when I am on my bike and you have all the people and you want to have a good result and you push hard. It is all the time very good when you can ride with all the best riders in the world, and you can see the new tricks, you can see the level, and yeah, it's pretty cool for the future. You can see, okay, Travis make this, I must work for these tricks, I must work for that. So. I have a lot of pressure, especially for this event, because you know, I win Mexico this year. It's the first Red Bull X Fighters, and this one everybody wait for me. I don't know. I will just do my best. All the time when I go practice with my bike, I am something new for try, and it's very motivate. And no, that's cool. That's a good part of the sport, because all the events it's with the new tricks, with the new combo, and you find for your personality tricks, and that's cool. I like this. It's just evolution, and I like this. It's not boring. It's cool.
Last year, this was my first contest back from my broken femur, and it ended up being almost 9 months off the bike, and then I got back on the bike for about 5 weeks and then came here and won, so it was great. Travis is a competitor, and I'm a competitor. We both hate to lose. We both probably hate to lose to each other, you know, because I think when we show up to something like this, I think his eyes are on me and my eyes are on him, you know what I mean? The best guy out there, I want to beat him. That's what it comes down to.
For me, my goal has always been to go out and to put on a great show and to do things that everyone thought was completely impossible. I hate to lose. I mean, I say freestyle is an expression. I don't think you can judge it. When I win, I'm satisfied, I'm happy. But when I lose, I'm pissed. I go home, I work harder, and I figure out a way to get back on top. You look at the guy that finishes last at this Red Bull X Fighters. 2 years ago, he would have won. Maybe even last year. I mean, it's amazing how quick the sport progresses, and you have to be willing to sacrifice everything and willing to put everything on the line if you want to be competitive. As far as injuries go, I mean, I definitely had more than most. I mean, right now I had surgery a month ago on my knee, and that thing's still swollen and get it drained about every time before I go ride. And, you know, I've had 9 knee surgeries on my left knee, 2 on my back, 2 on my elbow, 2 on my wrist. It's twos. Everything comes in twos, I guess. You know, the funniest thing with Mexico, I had 2 concussions back to back. I was throwing up for 2 weeks coming into Mexico. Went to the doctor. They said, don't ride for the rest of the year, you know, this and that. And then I stopped throwing up. My head felt clear. And 3 days before the event, I rode and I felt all right. I'm like, I'm going. So I talked to my doctors. They're like, look, if you land on your head again, that could be it. So I'm taking it easy, you know, mellow, and then the crowd gets roaring, and I start going. I messed up on the way to this jump, and I thought, if I go around this, I'm gonna lose. So I hit it anyway, and landed right on my head, knocked out cold. But luckily the doctors weren't right, and I'm still 100% as far as I'm concerned, so it's all worth it, you know. I just love going out there and pushing yourself, and you know, about once or twice a year, you step up and you really find out what you're made of. Everything's a calculated risk. I mean, you know, to me, that's part of the sport is analyzing risk and versus reward and figure out what's worth it to you. And, you know, for me, at certain times, certain tricks are worth it, and at certain times, they're definitely not. The double flip is basically something that, if you have the right setup, it's possible. I wanted to prove at X Games that I could do it in a competition format, but it's stupid. It's not that hard, but if you mess up the takeoff, if you mess up any part of the rotation, you're not gonna really know it until you're unconscious, laying there paralyzed, dead, broken back, broken neck, whatever it may be. You know, I love riding, I love pushing the envelope. However, coming out here every weekend and putting everything on the line is not something that I feel like is important enough to me at this point in my life to continue to do that. So, you know, I definitely want to race cars, but freestyles maybe back down a little bit.
yours truly on the wheels of steel. Rocking with yours truly on the wheels of steel. Rocking with yours truly on the wheels of steel.
For me, my goal has always been to go out and to put on a great show and to do things that everyone thought was completely impossible. And the sport will never stop evolving, and I'm proud to be a part of that keeps it going. But you look at the guy that finishes last at this Red Bull X Fighters, 2 years ago he would have won. You know, about once or twice a year, you step up and you really find out what you're made of.
On the wheels of steel. Give it up.
You know, I love riding and I love pushing the envelope, and I'll never stop doing that. I'll always be base jumping. I'll always be doing stuff that no one thinks is possible. If someone says it's not possible, that's the best way to get me to do something.